Love you.
Okay, everybody, welcome to another episode of Brad and Mira for the Culture, the weekly pop culture assessment from the Otherppl show. I'm Brad Listi here with my friend and co-host, Mira Gonzalez. Hi, Mira.
Hey, folks. Hey, Brad. Good morning, good evening, good week.
Mira and I are both, we didn't sleep well last night. Like, neither of us did, right? We're both operating on, 4 hours of sleep?
Yeah, 4 hours, I would say. Yeah. You, woke up at 3:30. I woke up, I don't even know how many times, waking up, staying up an hour. I did so many New York Times crosswords. It's not even funny. Yeah, we're both very sleepless. So if I start to forget really basic words forgive me.
I got up and went hiking.
You're fucking insane. You're clinically insane. You need help.
You just power through. That's what I say.
That's crazy. I can barely power through my way from the bedroom to the coffee maker to the couch. That's really hard for me.
So I woke up at 3:30. I scrolled a little bit on my phone, but I don't like to do that because it just gets me jumpy. And then I just tried to lie there, and I tried to do lying down meditation.
Do you fall back asleep?
No. Once I wake up, I can't usually fall back asleep. It's very rare. Once I'm up, there's a part of me that thinks that what I should do is just get up, even if it's 3:30, just get up and start my day. But I lay in bed until 5, and then at 5 I got up, which is when I usually get up anyway. So
you meditated awake for 2 hours?
Hour and a half. Well, not the whole hour and a half, but about an hour. And then I got up, and then I got up though, and I did an hour of seated meditation, and then I hiked.
So you did 2 hours total of meditation?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I try to meditate, and I'm okay, I'm staying calm. Oh, right. I need to go to the DMV. Oh, shit. The DMV. It's going to be really hot when I go to the DMV. Oh, the AC in my car is broken. Oh, I need to get gas in my car. Oh, I need to get oil in my car. Oh, no. If I go to the place, that's what happens when I meditate.
That's what happens when everybody meditates.
It's the least calming thing in the world. It makes me so anxious.
No, but that's the thing. That's what you need, because that's what's happening when you're on autopilot. That's what's happening anyway. But when you're meditating
all the time, constantly in my brain.
Yeah. But when you meditate, you're aware of it. And
I'm aware of it all the time.
If you watch it, what I will find, I like a long sit because it takes me a while to sort of settle. And then eventually, sometimes I settle, and it's very nice. And it feels almost like I'm recharging as if I had slept.
It's wild to me that you want to be alone with your thoughts. Goddamn. I don't want to be whatever's going on up here is none of my business. I don't really want to see it. That can happen in the background. That's what my brain does in reaction to my actions is not my responsibility.
You just completely disavow.
Yeah, disassociate. Everyone, people always say, when these thoughts happen, when you're having an anxious thought or a bad thought, just watch it, observe it. And I want to be bitch, what the fuck else am I supposed to do? That's all I'm ever doing is watching and observing my thoughts all fucking day long, constantly for my entire living life.
I think the idea is that you separate your deepest self or whoever you are from this stream of constant, incessant mental chatter.
You're automatically separated anyways?
No, well, you just realize that it's not you. I think people identify with the thoughts, which is what is problematic. They take it to be themselves.
So what is yourself if not your thoughts?
Well, that's the fundamental, that's part of the fundamental Buddhist project. There is no self, no inherent self.
So then how are you supposed to know what your self is separate from your thoughts if there is no self? Wouldn't that just be one thing? You have your thoughts and then nothing?
It's complicated, but it's basically that there's the conventional self, like the Mira and the Brad, and then there's the
it's the id, ego, superego,
deeper self, which exists beyond identifiable forms.
It's just Freud, no?
I'm sure there's some crossover.
Id, ego, superego, isn't that the same thing?
I don't know. I don't know if it's quite the same. I think it's basically the thing that I take away from it, and I'm not an expert, is just that there's no inherent self. There's no inherent Brad. I'm an amalgam, you're an amalgam.
Right.
So if you start to actually analyze anything, you realize that nothing has an inherent self to it.
and that doesn't induce a panic attack. Because like I'll sometimes wake up and like, you know, this is a mental illness, to be clear, that I am medicated for. But I, ever since I was a child, would occasionally wake up in the morning and look at myself in the mirror and go, what is this body? That's not mine. This mirror is like metal that's showing my body to me. That doesn't make any sense. I'm picking up this cup, but like, what is it? Why is there water in this cup? How does this work? Like this all the time. I'm like, this hair, whose hair is this? I don't know.
Yeah.
But like that just happens as the result of mental illness. So is meditation kind of like inducing mental illness?
Ideally, no. Ideally, it's like leading you towards some semblance of sanity. But
because what you're describing to me is what I described to my psychiatrist when they prescribed me Lamictal. So,
so I went protesting this weekend, Mira.
Yes, you did. You did. I saw a picture of your sign. What did it say again?
It said Stephen Miller Ketamine Fund.
Now, okay, not to critique your copy, which is very funny. I did laugh at it. But wouldn't it be Elon Musk Ketamine Fund?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I was trying to make a sign that would be unique. I felt kind of annoyed by the whole process because, and this feels kind of like a Los Angeles thing where I felt pressure to come up with a good sign, like a quippy sign. And it kind of feels like when you're out protesting in LA, like you're in a writer's room and it's just a bunch of people competing to have the best sign or something.
I hate that so much. Like the point of protesting is not a cute sign. That's wild.
No, but I'll say this. Like I normally feel very conflicted about social media. And I feel like when people are posting their hyper curated vacation photos and their best selves and all that kind of stuff, it just feels toxic and weird to me.
You used to get mad about people posting about being at a protest too. Like it was like a virtue signaling, but I think you've grown.
No, I never got mad about people protesting. I think it's
posting about themselves protesting.
No, I don't think I've ever gotten mad about that. I think it's a good thing. That's just what I was going to say. Is that like,
I agree.
I think you've got to like the whole point is that if we disseminate photos of protests and kind of show people out there doing it and show the masses like on the in the street, then it normalizes protest and it encourages other people to do the same. I think it's important to actually post that stuff.
I mean, my feeling is that, yes, it's important to post that stuff. But also, I think, a sign that says fuck the police is perhaps better than a clever sign, or a sign that says, like, ICE agents should all die, or, like, ICE is Nazis, or, like, I hope the president dies, or, like, kill everybody, kill your local ICE agent. I mean, like, there's many different things. Like, I do think that more than clever, people need to get aggressive with their signs if they're just going to be holding signs. Otherwise, I prefer property damage, personally.
Wow.
I think that property damage sends a message. So
you felt like these protests were weak because there wasn't enough damage done.
I want to be clear. Like, I think that any protest is good, as long as it's not taking away from like other protest movements and isn't like for racists or whatever. Like, protests for good causes are good. Like when they involve property destruction and, police enacting violence on people and, defending self-defense and all of that. And when it's more of like a, no offense to anybody, and like a lib-coded, like you can bring your kids kind of protest. Both are important. And I think that like I was actually very heartened to see how many people were at the No Kings protest. But
wait, did you go? Did you protest?
No, no, I did not. A long time ago. Well, I mean, first of all, if I inhale tear gas, I might literally die because I'm super asthmatic. So like before the No Kings protest, there was days and days and days of what I would even call self-defense and not protest. It was like people physically blocking ICE deportations. And those involved like a shitload of tear gas. And so I was like, I'll be nothing but a problem at these things. I'll end up needing like a medic and it'll be like a huge fucking issue. So like my body there doesn't really help. And so I didn't go to the No Kings protest just because I didn't know at what point the cops would bust out the tear gas. Turns out the point that they busted out the tear gas was like exactly when the main protest ended. In downtown, they started busting out the tear gas and shooting rubber bullets and stuff like as soon as the main people left, which seems really stupid because they had like a day of peaceful protest. Why not just leave it at that? But
yeah, I felt like the cops like were agitating. I was watching the news and like the guy on like MSNBC was like, this has been peaceful. Like this is totally like, they're just shooting. They just started to ramp it up.
It's so, I mean, like, to be clear, every single protest that includes violence is induced by police violence, period. That's just what it is. The police induce the violence here.
Why don't the cops start? Like, if the cops were smart, they would just march with everybody. Just march with us.
But the cops are it's not their job to march with you. Like, it's their job to suppress anything that could possibly go against their agenda of murdering Black and brown people. I mean, that's just a fact. They're just like, I mean, it's like saying, like, why don't the Nazis just march with the Jews? That's where we're at now, like, why don't, like, some of the Nazis are probably nice. Why don't they just, like, instead of killing the Jews, why don't they just give them like a house? Is kind of where we're at.
I have these fantasies of like ICE agents, like suddenly realizing they're like on the wrong side of everything, start sobbing, take their mask off and apologize.
And like, even if they did, fuck them. Because like, imagine a literal Nazi, deciding, oh, I'm going to take off my badge. I don't want to be a Nazi anymore. Like, oh, you were an Auschwitz guard fucking 5 minutes ago, and now you want us to like you because you're taking your fucking badge off, Nazi? Like, come on. Like, like, no forgiveness for ICE agents, no good cops. I think that a great protest sign, if anybody is looking for one, is fuck the police. ACAB, that's timeless.
Wait, what does that? What does that mean? What does that mean?
ACAB?
Yeah.
I think we've gone through this before.
All cops are bad? Is that what it is?
All cops are bastards. Close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mira does not like police officers. I have a slightly more like moderated take on it. I feel like, I don't know. I know cops that are like not.
I mean, I know Gestapo who are not like, like they don't have like, they're not like bad people.
There are cops who are like in it to just like protect and serve. There are cops.
I mean, there are Nazis who are just in it to make a living, like they're just in it. There are Nazis, guards, at Auschwitz who don't really see the violence and are just in it to sort of make a living for their family.
So I went to the protest with Angry Adam. We protested together.
Wow.
And he's been feeling down. I think this is all getting to him. He's got a lot.
And I'm with you, Adam.
Yeah, he's struggling. I think he sent us a message this week, but in a new persona. He's now Anguished Adam. Yeah,
this week we have a rare Adam. It is not Angry Adam this week. It is Anguished Adam. And I really identify a lot with that as somebody who carries a large amount of both rage and sadness in their heart. So let's listen to Adam.
Hey, Mira and Brad, it's Angry Adam, feeling a little down today. The world's in a bad place. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's hard to muster the anger that usually nourishes me when it looks like we're about to go to war with Iran and, all this fucking ICE shit and I don't know, so much shit, but I want to pull myself out of it. Really like looking for some fun stuff to do. I don't know, maybe I'll check out a water slide or I don't know, kill a puppy or something. But going to the protest, the No Kings protest with Brad was really fun because Brad made it all about himself. Of course, he wore his Other People t-shirt and marched around until he found a fan or something like that. But Brad, I'm glad we could all come out and support you on Saturday. I know your ego is fragile, as is the world. So stay angry, remain anguished. Let's find another A, guys. I don't know. Maybe it'll be Anal Adam next week. We'll have something to celebrate. Love you. Bye.
Wow, I love that cliffhanger. Maybe next week it'll be Anal Adam and we'll have something to celebrate. That's exciting. So you wore an Other People shirt to the protest, Brad.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
I feel like it's important to represent the brand at all times, and I want it to be associated with civil disobedience. I think that's good. It's good for the podcast. It's good for America.
I am going to wear a Brad and Mira for the Culture shirt and pull Luigi Mangione, and it will get us on every podcasting network. We're going to get millions, and we're going to be the next Caller Daddy after I do an assassination in a Brad and Mira for the Culture shirt.
I can make a Brad and Mira shirt. We should make one. Put one out there.
Yeah, dude. Fucking, I'm a professional illustrator, Brad. I can design one anytime.
Do it. I got the company that does my t-shirts, and we can just put it up.
All right. Well, folks, stay tuned for the Brad and Mira for the Culture shirt. And if you plan on doing some kind of protest, property destruction, anti-cop act, wear the shirt.
I forgot to mention that I think Jack Black was at the I was at the protest in like Los Feliz, and Jack Black was there. He had his headphones on, and like I didn't see him, but Adam saw him, and he's like walking around with headphones on. And I saw some video like on Instagram after the fact of somebody like, you know, filming him. And then some other asshole goes up to him with his kid and like asks for a selfie. I'm like, who are these people? Like, you're at a protest and like you're bothering this guy for I get that you're with your kid, but whatever. Like, this is not the time.
I don't know. At the same time, like, you're Jack Black. You're walking around a very popular protest, like without anything close to a disguise on. No hat, no like sunglasses, nothing like that.
Yeah, but he's got headphones on. He's signaling like, don't fucking talk to me.
I don't know. You're Jack Black at a protest and some kids are a big fan of the Minecraft movie. Just take a picture with the fucking kids.
If the kid had asked, I wouldn't have a problem. It's the dad hounding Jack Black and being like, hey, and like Jack Black gave him knuckles, like gave the kid knuckles. Yeah. I don't know if he did.
But I just feel like if he turns around and gives the kid knuckles, just take a quick picture with them and keep walking, man. Like, I don't know. Or if he doesn't want that to happen, bring a security guard.
I don't know. I feel like
he's got the money for it.
I feel like these people deserve to be able to go out in public without being, and like, I don't know. I have kids, like my son. I don't think I could never bother somebody. Be like, hey, can I have your autograph? Can I get a selfie?
What if it was like an IKEA employee and you're with River?
Did I tell you that they wouldn't do it?
Wouldn't take a picture with River?
Yeah. We were in IKEA, and I think this was right after you had given him the, you knitted him like an actual IKEA building, and then you also knitted him an IKEA employee. Mm-hmm. And then he was wearing his IKEA zippy that I got him, like his vintage IKEA.
So stylish. I honestly want one.
So and then like he was so amped up. And for people listening, my son has some disabilities and is like just very into IKEA. Like we're in a phase. He's got passion. Home Depot's also on the list now. Just any big box like warehouse space is very, because of all the shit that he does on the internet with Minecraft. And anyway, we go to IKEA after we had gotten the IKEA and the IKEA doll, and he's wearing his IKEA hoodie, and he's like walking through, and he was like so self-conscious, like, oh my God, people can see me. They're going to think I work
so
here.
Cute.
Yeah.
They're going to think I work here. He's 9, by the way.
Yeah, he's 9. And so I go up to these 2 ladies who were dressed in their IKEA like work outfits or whatever, their IKEA shirts. And I was like, hey, can I get a quick like shot of him? Cause he's holding an IKEA doll. I was like, this is his favorite. And they were like, no, we're not allowed to take photos with customers.
Wow.
And I was like, all right, thanks guys.
Damn, they have a policy.
Maybe, I don't know. Like they were just kind of like cold. I was like, the kid's got disabilities. He loves IKEA. Like take a fucking photo.
See, here's what you do. Next time, take me with you to IKEA. I will find a male employee somewhere and go up and say like, excuse me, sir, like my friend he's got a son. He's very, very excited about this. Well, if you just ask like in a kind of high pitched girl voice, they'll always say yes. Yeah. Maybe if it's a girl asking, like a girl going up to a guy, but I was like just the dad. I don't know. It just seemed like, and it's not like these people are getting bothered for photos every day, like maybe if a girl had gone up to Jack Black, it wouldn't have been, he would have taken a photo with them. I think he would have. If it was like a really pretty girl who went up to him and was like, excuse me, can my kids take a photo? He totally would have taken that photo. Yeah. He would have sang Lava Chicken. He'd have done the whole bit. I guess it is as is mandatory on the podcast to say when you have seen somebody in real life. I've met Jack Black several times, actually, because my mom went to high school with him. They both went to Crossroads and were not close friends, but they were friends enough that like they know each other on a first name basis because he married Petra Hayden, who is a musician and was my mom's good friend in high school also. Oh. So she's friends with Jack Black's wife. And I've met him, I think, like twice. Once backstage at a Black Flag reunion show that my dad was playing, and then once I was going to see the band The Meat Puppets do a, like, I don't know if it's a reunion or what it was, but it was like a Meat Puppets show at the House of Blues, and we were backstage, and Jack Black was there because he's a big Meat Puppets fan. And at one point, somehow the son of the singer of the Minutemen and Jack Black burst into like a entire song rendition of Kiss from a Rose by Seal, and just fucking belted that shit. And everybody was like clapping along and like singing along. Like the whole backstage was just like around them, just belting Kiss from a Rose. And, you know, I think what Jack Black did to Kyle Gass was really fucked up, and I maybe will never forgive him for it. But that was very fun.
What is this? What happened?
What, with Kyle Gass?
Who the hell? Who's Kyle Gass?
The other guy in Tenacious D, is that his name?
Oh,
Kyle
okay.
something. And on stage one time, he, like a couple of months ago, when Trump almost was assassinated, I think he said something like he was only a couple inches off, or like we were a couple inches away from being free, or something like that. Like being like he only had one job, he just needed to go a couple inches to the right, or something like that.
Right.
And Jack Black broke up the band and denounced him for it. Somebody who he's been in a band with for decades.
Yeah, I think that's an overreaction. It's an overreaction, and I think
It's
like
an overreaction about like a fucking fascist, and that's like your very good friend. Like that's mean.
Here's what because I do get that there could be blowback. Like the media loves to take things like that.
Tenacious D, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. So
And
here's
there
what
like wasn't even any blowback. He just apologized right away.
Yeah, I think like what if I were a publicist? Like I would do nothing. I would, in like 90% of cases, or maybe even more, I would just do nothing.
It's so true.
I call it the Kate Moss strategy.
Yes.
Because it goes back to when she got caught snorting cocaine in some music studio when she was dating that musician guy who was like such a like deranged like addict. Like, he was so like visibly Pete Doherty.
Pete Doherty, yeah.
And so like she's literally caught on camera like smoking cigarettes and just like doing lines and like
iconic.
Yeah, and everybody just like people literally freaked out like Kate, like our sweet beautiful.
It's on every tabloid, like the cover of fucking everything.
And she, you know what she did? Nothing. And you know what she said? Nothing. She never has. And
look at her now.
Yeah, it went away. People
just forget. People have short mind. They can't remember shit. I mean, it's also the Kim Kardashian method, where a sex tape is leaked. Everybody is like calling her a whore or whatever. She has this reality show where she's supposed to address it. And they say, why'd you do a sex tape? And she goes, I was horny and I felt like it. Never talked about it again. That's like, that like is as close to the doing nothing method, I guess, as you can be when somebody is directly asking you about a situation and you can't avoid the question. But like, generally speaking, so many of these celebrities are coming out with like notes app apologies, and like I like read them and I'm like, what are they even apologizing for? Like, I don't remember. And then you remember and you get angry again.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes when you apologize, it just makes it worse for you, because then it just
reminds people.
Well, that, or that it just, you know, makes people go, oh, see, he fucked up. And
right,
like,
even he knows he fucked up.
Like Jack Black doesn't need to issue any kind of, he didn't say it. His bandmate said it. His bandmate apologized.
And Jack Black laughed on stage. He laughed at it. Like, if you're Jack Black, you just say, okay, I think the issue probably was that he was going to get the role in the Minecraft movie and didn't want to make the studios upset.
La 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 lava. That fucking song is in my house.
I still haven't seen it. The other day I said, what did I say? I said chicken jerky, because this whole time I thought that is what Jack Black had said was chicken jerky. And Tyler was like, are you fucking kidding me?
No, it's chicken jockey.
And I was like, that makes a lot more sense. He's writing the chicken. Okay, yeah.
River learned how to play Lava Chicken on the piano.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He one-hands it, you know.
Wow, he's a savant.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's got a piano teacher who comes over and teaches him little like licks and stuff that he plays.
I mean, he's got to teach me. That's incredible.
Yeah. So anyway, saw Jack Black. It was a good turnout. I was heartened by the turnout. I think it feels to me like we got to do this like every weekend if it's going to really make a dent. Like this has just got to keep happening. And I feel like what's going to ultimately tip things, if things are ever going to be tipped, is if there's just like 1 million people like in the streets in Washington, D.C. Like that's the scale that we need. We need to see like just mass of people in D.C.
I think, yes, that, but also they need to be doing something specific. And to me, it might not be holding signs.
I think they should be meditating, personally.
I think they should be meditating with weapons.
I think they should be sitting in full or half lotus and breathing and watching their thoughts. I think that's
what the cops should be doing. Just relax, cops. Just let your guard down, just chill, meditate a little bit, and then you kick them right in the head.
Yeah. Just a bunch of people meditating, cops just going through like playing whack-a-mole.
Just getting their fucking batons and just throwing tear gas in.
Honestly, the cops would be so freaked out by 1 million people like meditating, they just start shooting rubber bullets and
they absolutely would. They wouldn't even be freaked out by it. They would just go up and they'd be like, okay, let's start arresting and shooting them, I guess. Like, they're making it easy.
Like in other countries, cops don't have
guns.
Like military. Yeah, they don't even have guns. They have like billy clubs.
Yeah.
And some handcuffs maybe, and that's it. And they're not out there in like militarized like postures. A bunch of guys with like high school educations who are suddenly
they don't have like less lethal bullets that they're allowed to shoot at will, and they certainly don't have tear gas which is banned in war.
Who's giving these guys rubber bullets?
Oh, Israel, Brad. Israel. I'm sorry. I haven't slept much, but Israel literally trains the LAPD and gives them their weapons. That's not a conspiracy. You can Google it.
Don't even get me started on Israel, Mira.
Brad's like, don't get me started. Meanwhile, like, I will literally like bring myself to like a stroke by getting so angry about it.
I can see a vein in Mira's like temple, like just pulsing.
My forehead is just popping. Like it's gonna burst any second just because I said the word Israel. This weekend, actually, I speaking of Israel, watched a movie starring Paul Newman from the 50s that is a 3-hour propaganda film about the formation of Israel. And it was so fucking boring. Oh my God, it was so fucking boring. I tapped out at like an hour and a half. I couldn't do it.
But Paul Newman in the 50s was...
he was hot stuff, man. Oh my God.
He's the most handsome man I think I've ever seen. Like he aged so well. I
think he might be the most handsome man of all time.
Yeah. And a good guy too. I have a lot of affection for him because my son goes to one of his camps.
Oh, really? Does he fund camps or something?
Well, yeah. I mean, first of all, that salad dressing, the Newman's Own food company has given away over $500 million, I think, at this point. And then Paul Newman also created like a huge network, international network of camps for kids with disabilities and like really serious illnesses.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's like the Hole in the Wall gang camp. And then there's one out here called the Painted Turtle that they're all over the world. And the kids and their families, they can go to camp with like a full medical team. Like they have all of the needs like sort of catered to. It's all completely free of charge.
Wow.
And it's just really like wholesome. Like we've been a couple times and like there's like a picture of Paul Newman on the side of this barn on the camp. And like I found myself like standing in front of it, like getting teary-eyed, being like, thanks, Paul.
So, I mean, that makes me feel even better for how thirsty I was about him. Like, I was watching this movie, I was like, I don't even know what's going on, but like Paul Newman in that like little like military outfit, like, whew, he looked good. That tailored like pants and like the whole thing, he's tanned, oh my God.
For 3 hours, Mira was a Zionist. She was like, she was on board.
I was like, Paul, for you, I'll do it. For you, I will be a genocide supporter. Anything.
By the way, I don't think Paul Newman was, there's another clip that's been going around of Paul Newman on like the Phil Donahue show, like calling out like the double standards applied to like different militaries around the world. And he was not favorable towards Israel. He was like criticizing Israel essentially for shooting down a plane. So that would make you happy.
Hell yeah. I mean, and this is like 1950, like right as the formation of Israel was happening. So it was a little like, people weren't totally knowing what was going on, but you know what? I'm a Paul Newman defender. I always will be. And
he like you. I think Paul Newman was half Jewish.
He was half Jewish. Okay, I was wondering because he played like the main Jew in this movie, and I was like, I don't think he's even a Jew. Like I don't know.
I think his mom. I think his mom was Jewish. His mom.
then he's full Jewish.
Yeah, if his mom's Jewish, then he's Jewish. But I think it was like one of his parents was Jewish, or he had some Jewish
that
ancestry.
Counts as you're full Jewish if it's your mom, but you're half Jewish if it's your dad. But it doesn't matter if they're both Jewish. It's the same amount of Jew.
So wait, are you full? Then you're full Jew if your
I'm
mom.
half Jew because it's my dad.
Oh, it's your dad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I think my mom may have like converted at some point, but it's like it's fuzzy. We're not really sure.
Well, yeah. So I'm glad everybody was out there protesting.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep it up. And what else is going on in the world of popular culture?
Well, let's see. What is going on in the world of popular culture, Brad? First of all, our first story is about Sabrina Carpenter, the tiniest, horniest pop star. Love her to pieces. So she's
the little horny pop star who could.
I mean, literally, yes.
But the thing
little
is,
horny pop star who could.
Here's the thing. I don't think she's actually that horny. I think she's just pretending to be horny to sell records.
I mean, or maybe she is horny. I don't know. But either way, her brand is not about her personal level of horniness, whether she's horny or not. It's like the brand is like the whole aesthetic is like actually kind of weirdly detached from sex, even though it's about sex. It's like not about her actually even liking sex. If anything, she seems like a love addict to me. Like she just like likes having romances.
That's like Jennifer Lopez. I think she confessed.
Like
she confessed to serial monogamy, like always having a man. I got to say, Sabrina Carpenter, it kind of freaks me out how little she is. Like
she is so tiny. Have you seen a photo of her performing next to Taylor Swift at the Eras Tour? And she's literally like below Taylor Swift's shoulder because Taylor Swift is almost 6 feet tall and was wearing heels. Yeah,
no, Sabrina Carpenter in heels is probably like 5'5". I mean, she's teeny tiny.
I think she's 5 foot nothing.
5 foot.
What she is.
Yeah,
so,
at most.
So she came out with her first single from her new album and the album cover. So the album is called... The first single is called Man Child. The album is called Man's Best Friend. And the album cover is, so if I'm describing it, basically she is on her hands and knees. She's kind of, there's a man standing next to her. She's kind of touching his knee with one hand. And then the man is holding her hair like it's a leash. He's like, he's got a fistful of her hair, basically. You can't see the man's face. It's just like the man from the waist down.
Can you see his junk?
I mean, you can't, but like if he was nude, you could see his junk. Like his junk is like in the frame technically, but it's covered with pants. So this album cover has caused everybody to lose their fucking minds. Everyone's gone insane. It's caused like a type of schizophrenia never before seen. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I think it also should be noted that the first single that she released called Man Child had a music video, which was amazing, by the way, and I think literally deserves awards, like a beautiful, like incredibly crazily shot music video that features her murdering men literally every 5 seconds. It's like quick shots of her like murdering. There must be like 200 men murdered in this whole music video. It's just murder in like the increasingly insane ways. And then she comes out with this album cover. So people have lost their minds. They're basically, so I'll just read a sampling of 2 tweets that people have posted that just might give you an idea of the way in which people have gone insane. So the first one is, thinking about how hair pulling was one of the first forms of violent misogyny me and many other women faced as young girls. I really hope this is not the album cover. It feels deeply irresponsible.
Oh, please.
Yeah, fucking what? Like, it just get like, oh, like a boy pulled your hair on the playground and now you're like so traumatized that like you're afraid of Sabrina Carpenter. Like, calm down. Like, calm the fuck down. Like, look, men are often abusive and I never take their side. But like, this is fucking insane. Like, what the fuck? Like, get over it. So
people just love to feel they love to perform
superior.
They love to perform grievance because it gives them currency on social media. That's what it is. And
a lot of fucking people are doing that. And also, I mean, well, so I'll read the other tweet and then we can get into it. This one says, I understand that Sabrina Carpenter's new album cover is supposed to be satirical or tongue-in-cheek in a way to highlight how poorly women are treated by men in society. But the men who are going to see it are too stupid and porn pill to extract that nuance from it. So maybe you could tell by my tone that I have a lot of negative things to say about this take.
I think
what
a
the
lot
fuck
of guys
is wrong with people?
I think a lot of guys will just be like, "Oh, it looks hot." That's what I think. That's what I think guys are going to think.
So what the fuck? What? Like,
but they might be like, "This is what girls want. They want to be like pulled by their hair and led around like dogs."
A lot of girls do want to be pulled by their hair. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing anti-feminist about that. My feeling is that this is becoming regressive for feminism because it's edging into like purity politics, where suddenly if somebody is being sexy or using their sexuality as part of their art project, or, you know, like enjoying their sexuality, displaying their sexuality, that somehow is anti-feminist, which is wrong and incorrect. And like to try to like police the way that women exist in public and the way that she's expressing herself in her album, like, okay, you cannot like it, that's fine, but like she's not like doing society a harm. Like she's obviously like she's got an interesting project here. I think that like the photo itself is interesting in that like Sabrina Carpenter, her makeup doesn't look messed up. It doesn't look like she's been having sex. Her hair is done. Her dress is totally perfect. Her nails are perfect. She's wearing a ring that says SC. You can't see the man's face. You can't even see what he's wearing. He's basically a shadow. Like, it's clear what she's trying to say here.
It's not. It's tame. I feel like if she wanted to really be edgy and like lean into the whole like dog walking thing, she should be peeing or something, or like taking a dump like a dog.
I mean, I think that's not quite the point, but
yeah. But I'm saying if you want to,
I guess some people are into that in a sexual way.
Yeah, don't shame the people who like to
who like scat porn or whatever the fuck.
I just think it's not that big of a deal. I don't understand people who sit around waiting for this stuff so they can freak out about it. Like, grow up.
I mean, to me, I don't understand how anybody could feel like it is more feminist to have her restrict her own sexual and artistic expression because of the way men might perceive her. Like this tweet that's saying like, it's supposed to be satirical, blah, 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 but the men who are going to see it are too stupid and porn pill to extract that nuance from it. So why are we supposed to make art where we are thinking about how men are going to view it when it's not for men? Clearly not for men. And like, can women not enjoy other women being sexual? I mean, like, hello, I grew up in a world where Britney Spears had a song called Slave for You. And the music video featured her 90% naked and covered in oil. Like, Hit Me Baby One More Time is 1,000 times worse than anything Sabrina Carpenter's ever done. She's in a schoolgirl outfit.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, this shit
these
sells.
People need to grow up. Like, is Gen Z really like that sheltered? Like, that's crazy.
And it sells. Like, this is not a new formula. Like, honestly, like if we were smart, Mira, we would just be doing a podcast about sex.
All right, let's do it.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, if everyone out there who's trying to sell records or cut through, Madonna used to do this. Spears
had a
did
sex book that was full of actual porn, and like people, it was cool. I've looked at the book. It had beautiful photos in it. It was like a cool piece of art. Like, sex can create good art, and the inclusion of sex can like turn something from bad art into good art in a real way that makes it sell.
But is the question, I think there is about some validity to the question of like, what is like porn culture doing to people in the way that they relate to one another and the way that they behave sexually, and like the way that it sets up expectations, especially for like teenagers. Like my wife is like always saying like, you know, like the moms are all talking.
My wife is always watching porn.
Yeah, constantly. No, but she's like, you know, the moms, because, you know, my daughter's a teenager, and she's like, the moms are all worried because there's a story about how like so-and-so was dating some boy and he started choking her like without, you know, any kind of consent, you know, it's just because he saw it in some like porn video or whatever.
Okay.
And
how do these moms know this?
Probably because the girl came home crying because she like went out on a date, and some guy's like, I saw this, girls like this, I saw it in a porn video.
Yeah, so like that, just to be very clear, is assault, and he is blaming it on porn. I mean, like, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying.
He choked a girl, and then he's like, oh, I did it because I saw it in porn. He would have fucking done that whether or not he'd ever seen porn before. He would have tried to hurt her. He's just trying to hurt her. It's not that he saw it in porn and thought she would like it.
Like, what's the percentage of women who are like, yeah, please choke me?
A lot.
Like, but what's the percentage? What's the percentage?
Most of them?
Interesting.
Like, a huge amount. And like, this is the thing. I feel like people are always like, porn mine did this, porn mine did that. But like, porn is a business. And as far as I understand, I'm not an economics major, but that is supply and demand. It's not like porn invented pulling hair or invented choking. It's that people wanted to see this. And so porn responded because they want their videos to be viewed by people. And so they're giving the people what they want. These things have existed since long before porn. And like, I think like porn minded is like a great excuse to either like be bad at fucking or to like do super inappropriate things and be like, oh, it's not on Pornhub. Like, porn is fine. And like, if you have an issue with porn, okay, then like watch less porn. But like, that's like, you can get addicted to any old fucking thing. Like, sorry that you're like addicted to jerking off or whatever, but like women
it's good
watch
for your
a
prostate.
lot of porn too.
It's good for your prostate.
Exactly. Yeah. It prevents prostate cancer. And like, women watch a lot of porn, and women watch porn where people's hair is pulled and people are choked. I mean, women watch, like, most of the women I know are 1,000 times more perverted than the men I know.
Are there porn videos where the woman is choking the man? I feel like that would sell.
Absolutely.
Oh, there are. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like, a dominatrix is a very real job that can pay very well if you have good clients. Men love that shit. Men want to be humiliated. They want, like,
some men,
not all men. Well, but like, that's like a very popular genre for men, is like having like there's like literally a fetish for gigantic women. Did you know this?
There's a fetish for everything.
But like, there's a fetish for like not naturally gigantic women, but like anime giant. So it's like a woman is so huge that like she could literally kill you by, you know, sitting on you, and men will like jerk off to this.
Dear God.
So like, shit is crazy out there in the world of porn. And like,
now we have AI. I'm sure there's AI porn.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of it. Absolutely. I mean, there's a bunch, and I mean, the thing about it is that like, she is saying this tweet is saying, men are too porn pilled to extract nuance from that. Do women not watch porn? Like, women watch, I believe, almost as much porn as men do on average. So like, are the women not also porn pilled? And maybe everybody is porn pilled, and that's why this is fine?
What did people do before porn was like readily available on everybody's phone at any time? I mean, like, what did people do in the Victorian era? What did they do? They just
I've seen like black and white pictures from the Victorian era of like women showing a titty. They probably jerked off to that.
I'm just saying, like, it was way different. Like, this is a new realm that we're in now, where it's like you can literally just scroll on your phone and watch like 500 clips of like people in all manner of flagrant delicto or whatever, like, just constant. It's like, I just feel like there's got to be something that it's doing to people that's not great.
I mean, isn't there something that the whole internet is doing to people that's not great? And probably like porn is included in that for some people more and for some people less.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, I think like, I'm not saying there should be no porn. I mean, it's like, I just feel like it's human nature, you know, but,
and I feel like porn is not like unhealthy. It's not like something that's like bad for the world or that's like bad for you personally. Like,
but what about these girls? Some of these girls, it just feels like, okay, this is abuse, or like just this girl looks scared, you know, like sometimes you see that.
Well, so like, I mean, if it's a porn that is a produced porn and that isn't some like weird video that some random person taped or something like that, even if it appears non-consensual, that is a actor acting in a contract that they signed to do and were aware of what they were doing. I know people who do porn who refuse to do things like that because they view it as like irresponsible and not cool. But like, the porn that you're viewing is not literally not consensual. I wouldn't want to watch it because it doesn't seem appealing, and frankly, it freaks me out. But it is consensual for the people in the porn. And
how do they even get paid? Like this shit's just out there for free.
What do you mean?
No, but I'm saying, like, how do you get? They don't even. Does somebody track this? Like, how many downloads or how many?
Well, that's really hard, actually. I like people who are on OnlyFans have like a big issue with people stealing their content and then just putting it out for free, and then nobody's going to subscribe to their OnlyFans, and so it's like a constant issue with OnlyFans trying to figure out ways to prevent people basically from just downloading the videos and then disseminating them for free. But if you're watching, I mean, if you guys would like to watch ethical porn for free, I recommend going to Pornhub and going directly to the pages of the performers that you like and watching it from there, because they get a cut of all of those videos as for each view. So, or subscribing to OnlyFans.
Well, speaking of Sabrina Carpenter being persecuted, there is another Carpenter who was famously persecuted by the public, and his name is Jesus Christ.
You know, I know another Carpenter who got on their knees for mankind. I mean,
Jesus Christ liked to have his hair pulled by Mary Magdalene, I believe.
I mean, Jesus Christ, all his best friends were whores, hookers, prostitutes, every single one of them. They were besties. They were buds.
Yeah, he's up on the cross going, I said, choke me.
No, I said choke my neck. I didn't want to be hanged.
Not crucify.
So like to me, I like one of the funniest things about this is like, okay, like Slave for You or Hit Me Baby One More Time are overtly sexual and clearly catering to a male gaze.
And kind of pedophilic.
I didn't love it. And kind of pedophilic. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. She's in high school in that music video and in real life when she sings that. Like, it's weird. And like Sabrina Carpenter is at least grown. Like, I mean, she's tiny, but she's, she's a grown woman. But like,
she looks like a fourth grader, but she's developed.
She is an adult technically. In actuality, though, she does kind of look like a porcelain doll or something like that, just like a Madame Alexander doll. But like the way that she expresses her sexuality, to me, it's like when Bugs Bunny is in drag. You know, like when he like puts on drag so that like Elmer Fudd won't kill him, and he's like yoo-hoo, or it's like Betty Boop. Like it's like a Looney Tunes sexuality. Like, I don't know how everybody is so scandalized by it. It's like, she doesn't even like show her body very much. It's not like she's like nude all the time. She's
like a pinup girl. She looks like a pinup girl. That's what she's doing.
Like, she looks like a pinup girl, and she's making these like kind of like cheeky little sex jokes, like, haha, like, I don't, it's wild that everybody is so scandalized by this in the year 2025. Like, I seem to remember pop music being a lot more sexual than this, and like a lot more porn brained, if I think about it.
It can definitely be like more scandalous than this. This is not, I think honestly, it's too tame. I'm kind of bored by the whole thing. Like,
if anything, it's too tame. I think that like, I don't know, maybe she should have been fully nude. Maybe she should perform fully nude. Maybe she should strip. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. She already like acts out fellatio on stage, which like to me actually seems a lot more scandalous than this album cover.
I think if she's going to do the whole dog walking thing, she should be like lifting her leg. I think that's what she should have done.
You really want her to be pissing and defecating. You're like desperate for Sabrina Carpenter to be shitting herself.
I'm just saying, like, if you really want to scandalize people, just like go all the way. If you're going to
just go Gigi Allen with it. Like,
yeah.
I mean, Gigi Allen, famous sex symbol.
So speaking of famous sex symbols,
that is a wild transition. If you've ever seen the person who we are about to talk about, which listeners, I do recommend Googling Zach Wickham, The Valley hairline.
I have no idea who this is, by the way.
Brad, Google Zach, The Valley hairline.
All
okay.
Right.
This man looks like a Lego figurine. I've never seen a hairline like this in my entire life. One time I was watching this show, which is amazing, by the way, and Tyler walks in and he looks at the screen and he goes, "What the fuck?" Because of this guy's hairline.
It looks like it's snapped on his head.
Yeah, looks like it's snapped on his head. Like, freakish.
Wow.
Like, can you describe it, Brad? Like,
well, I mean, it's like he's got like very dark brown hair. He's wearing like a shiny kind of like satin pink suit in this photo. And it literally looks like he has Lego hair. Oh, and then I'm seeing, and then I think maybe in the most famous Instagram photo, he's wearing a blue shirt, and it's even worse. It just looks like he's literally wearing, it looks like he's wearing a wig.
Yeah, but he's not.
Yeah,
that's his fucking hairline. I don't know what he did. And then if you look at his eyebrows as well, his eyebrows are basically like leaping upwards off of his face. Like they are so arched, it's terrifying. Like the man has gotten so much Botox that his eyebrows like are, I don't know, like 3/4 of the way up his forehead.
Who is this guy? I don't even know. What is the Valley and who is Zach Wickham?
Oh, we've arrived at our first Brad Learns.
Brad Learns.
Play the theme song.
Brad's in the game, but he can't catch the vibe. Old soul, but he's still trying to thrive.
So, The Valley is a reality TV show on the Bravo network. It is a spin-off of Vanderpump Rules. So, it stars 3 cast members who left Vanderpump Rules, or like were fired maybe from Vanderpump Rules, I think, like 3/4 of the way through the show, but like are some of the most iconic people from the show, Jax Taylor and Kristen Doty specifically. And then it follows their friend group along with some other like peripheral Vanderpump people. So it's a spinoff of Vanderpump Rules. Zach is one of the cast members, basically. He is actually, weirdly, I believe, the only gay male cast member on all of Bravo.
Really?
There are no other gay men as cast members. It's all like older women or straight guys, which is bizarre.
It shocks me.
It's weird. It's like, but I guess like in the end of the day, the viewers are largely gay men. And those gay men want to watch like Grey Garden style old women, wealthy old women with like money from their dead ex-husband, like go insane. Like that's what the people want, really. Or this with Vanderpump Rules, which is a rare exception to the old lady rule. So Zach, just for, a little bit of background before I tell you exactly what he did. In the first episode of The Valley, Zach introduced himself for the first time. He said, "I'm Zach, I'm a platinum gay," which he explained meant that he was a C-section baby and therefore has never touched a vagina, which means he's a platinum gay.
Is that a real term?
I don't know, but now I use it.
Yeah.
I think he made it up, but I use it. And so this story is about how in the last episode of The Valley, Zach got Botox in his scrotum.
Scrotox.
Scrotox. Now, I don't understand this, like, on a sexual level. Like, the Botox, like, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe Angry Adam will call in and correct me on my knowledge of male biology, but, like, the balls go up and down for a reason, because, like, they need to, like, make the, like, sperm cooler or hotter, depending on, like, what's going on down there, right?
That's right. When you're hot, like if you're overheated, the balls hang lower, and then they crawl up when they're cold. You know, they get smaller when they're cold.
What the fuck? Okay, so like, that's insane. First of all, but this Scrotox, what it does is it just makes the balls stay down. They just stay low instead of going up.
Are they like smooth? Like, is it like glass down there? Like, what's happening with the texture of the scrotum?
I don't know what kind of texture it does, but I have to imagine that, like, because it stretches out the scrotum more if it's like down. So the skin is probably like more smooth because it's a little bit more taut, just like naturally. Wouldn't that be the case for balls, right? Like,
and this is happening with needles. He's literally getting needles into his scrotum.
Yes, and they filmed it. You don't see the scrotum, but you see him with a bathrobe on, like reacting to getting Botox injections. With Botox, by the way, for those who don't know, which is botulism, injected into his scrotum.
You know what they call a guy who gets Scrotox?
What?
They say that he has bocce balls.
But
Come on.
No, you know what? That was a pretty good one. I gotta hand it to you. So he claims that it looks aesthetically better and it makes sex feel good. Now, The first one I don't really know how to respond to. I feel like balls don't ever really look that good aesthetically. And if anything, they're at their worst when they're hanging super low. But then the second claim that it makes sex feel better. Brad, is that possible?
I mean, I have no idea what the effect, like the actual like felt effect of botulism in your nutsack.
Well, I don't think it's like just that they're low. Like the fact that they're low is supposed to make sex feel better.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. But what do I
don't
know?
get it. Like, how would that? Like, what? Because they're like smacking again. Like, they're like flinging around. Like, I don't. Like, I have no idea.
I don't like flinging around. I want everything to be tight and compact and like not a problem.
Yeah, like I don't. Like, if a dude just had like testicles that were like low and just swaying, like I would maybe be a little freaked out. I'd be like, "What is wrong with your scrotum, my man? Like, is it all good down there? What's happening?" So, okay, a doctor has chimed in here and said, Scrotox or Botox injections to the scrotum works by relaxing the cremasteric muscle, which is responsible for the natural up and down movement of the testicles, known as the cremasteric reflex. When this muscle is overactive, it can cause the scrotum to tightly contract or retract, which some patients find uncomfortable or unappealing. What the fuck?
Imagine being a doctor who administers Scrotox all day long.
Oh, and it does create a smoother appearance. So you're right. The skin is smoother. It's smooth. Like
it's an aesthetic thing. You just want your scrotum to be like smooth as glass, just to like look like perfectly. Like
that is a crazy aesthetic thing to be concerned about. Like if you're paying to get Botox injections, which are not cheap, why would you waste them on your scrotum?
I'm sure he's getting them elsewhere too.
Oh, I mean, his eyebrows are jumping off his face. That's like he's got enough Botox to like kill a cow.
I feel like RFK Jr. Has Scrotox. I just feel it. I don't know why. I have nothing to base that on other than just intuition.
I mean, he's got a lot of experience with injecting. I'll bet he's just home injecting himself with the Botox in his scrotum. He's like, I've done this many times before. I can handle the injection myself.
He doesn't like vaccines, but I think he's pro Scrotox.
Yeah, he's like, vaccines? No, they've got too many preservatives in them, but put the botulism in my balls.
He's like Scrotox in human form. That's what RFK is. He's just walking Scrotox.
The only issue is that he's like kind of a little bit wrinkled, a little bit leathery. Like,
yeah, so's a scrotum.
Yeah, but not when it gets the Scrotox. It becomes very smooth.
I don't know if it's ever possible. I think perfection, like perfect smoothness is an ideal that we're all reaching for in the world of Scrotox, but I don't think it's something that's ever actually achieved.
You know what? That's fair. And I will say RFK kind of has like a tightness to his leathery skin. I don't know if it's a facelift or if it's like a muscle thing or body fat or what, but he does kind of look like, he kind of looks like a scrotum with Botox in it. Yeah, it's a fair point. I mean, Brad, would you ever get Scrotox?
I don't think anybody cares about balls. Like, who the hell's looking at somebody's balls? Grow up.
I mean, if any gay men want to write into letters@otherppl.com and tell us that we are incorrect for like not thinking that this is a thing that would feel good, like if anybody wants to like explain to us the ways in which we're wrong, because maybe it's something that makes sense for gay men and for straight people, like we just will never understand it. Like that's the only thing I can think of, because to me it makes literally zero sense.
I gotta say, Scrotox porn is blowing up right now. It's one of the fastest growing
very popular
of the porn marketplace.
If you look at the Pornhub categories, it's like right up there with like cuckold, like gangbang. Like I can't even think of any more porn categories.
I just feel like it's crazy. I feel like people are crazy. That's what I think.
I think that's true. And I mean, myself included, like, you know, medically diagnosed crazy and also many other different kinds of crazy. And you too, Mr. Meditating 2 hours when you wake up at 3:30 in the morning and then going on a fucking hike, you absolute maniac. Would you be a serial killer if you didn't do this? Like, holy shit.
It's like, it's got to sand down the edges, Mira. It's got to take care of the psyche.
Take care of the psyche. I mean, that is perhaps a bit overboard.
I want to get to know my mind.
Not me. I do not want to get to know my mind. There's I believe it's a Werner Herzog quote where he's talking about the brain and he explains it sort of like how in a room, you don't want to have very intense overhead lighting. It's kind of uncomfortable. It lights up corners of the room that you don't want to see. That's how your brain is. You kind of have to have sort of a nice dim light, sort of a candle light, so that you can see some things nicely and other things are simply out of view. That's my feeling.
Speaking of a brain where you don't want to see everything that's
where
happening.
Something is profoundly and deeply wrong. Our next topic is our favorite Nazi, just kidding, Kanye West. So him
the
and
preeminent Nazi hip hop star in America.
Well, he did tweet the other day, I'm no longer a Nazi.
Oh.
There he tweeted, I'm no longer anti-Semitic. Just randomly, and kind of didn't explain anything at all. So I don't really know what's going on there, but maybe it has to do with what our next story is about, which is that Kanye West and his wife, Bianca Censori, went and had a month-long stay at a rehab clinic in Spain, a extremely luxury rehab clinic in Spain, which Brad and I did a little bit of research on before this episode. So this place does
what's it called? What's it called?
It's called the Balance Clinic.
The Balance Clinic.
And it does just like every insane thing that you could possibly think of. So like one of the first things that I saw was that they provide treatment based in something called blue mind theory, which I looked into and is pioneered by some guy. And it's literally just like about the positive effect water has on the brain. And in the case of this rehab specifically, the positive effect that water has on the brain when you are sailing around in a super yacht. So you have the option to, if you need to, for example, detox off of drugs, to do that in a super yacht with medical staff on board and with therapists on board and all of that shit. I don't know if that's what Kanye did, but it seems kind of sus to do rehab on a boat. Like, what kind of shit are they like? It just seems like it'd be very easy to like do something kind of illegal if you're just like on a boat in the ocean doing a rehab.
Yeah, I mean, this place is ridiculous. First of all, there's multiple locations all over the world. And I think they were in Spain. Kanye.
They were in Mallorca, I believe.
Okay. And it's gorgeous. And it's extremely pricey and extremely high end. So to stay there for a month cost them north of $500,000, maybe more.
Yeah, to stay there for a week costs approximately $150,000.
For 1 week.
For 1 week.
See, what I think when I look at this website and I'm like evaluating all the different options and stuff, it's so over the top. You have a private chef, you have like private therapists, you have a masseuse on call.
You have a manager who like finds all these things for you and books them for you and brings you around the hotel.
Yeah. It's like the elite 5-star. I feel like this is where billionaires are going to end up having to live, is in places like this eventually.
It's the billionaire retirement home.
That's where we're headed. It's going to be like the world is going to be like 150 degrees. Like, it's going to be an unlivable hell. And then these billionaires are going to have some island where they just get tended to by therapists and masseuses, and they can go on a yacht and just like, feel like they're getting well or something.
I mean, it is truly, truly insane that, like, I mean, to me, it's not, it seems like more of a vacation than rehab. Like, this just seems like they're like in Mallorca getting to like hang out. And at one point they took, I guess, a break from being in rehab, which also not normal, to go to a sex shop and buy 20 plus items, including a teddy bear and BDSM gear.
Oh my God.
So I just like, why are you taking a break from rehab to have your girlfriend, your wife, half naked in front of paparazzi buying things from a sex shop after you've admitted to like a severe porn addiction, for example? It just like a lot of confusing things happening here. There's a way to go in there. You could have your manager from the fucking Balance Clinic go in there and buy the sex toys for you. Why did they choose to have the public see them?
By the way, Kanye's therapists are now in therapy.
There's like just like therapists all the way down. Like the therapists need therapy, and then those therapists need therapy, and those therapists need therapy.
I cannot imagine these therapists like walking into their little villa and being like, okay, Kanye and Bianca, have a seat, get comfortable. We're just going to talk about your relationship. And Kanye, I hear you're a Nazi. And, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, these people, they must have just been like, we'll take their money, and like pretend to give them treatment on a yacht.
I mean, that has to be what it is. It has to be that they just like showed up there, and maybe there's some therapists like talking to them or just sort of letting them talk and like not saying anything that could make anybody mad or whatever. Maybe Bianca's going to therapy. Probably she is. And then hope. Like other than that, it's just a luxury vacation.
I feel like the shit that would come out of Kanye's mouth in a therapeutic context would be so batshit crazy that it would like make your hair stand on end.
Well, because look at the things that he says just on Twitter in public. That would be batshit crazy to say in a therapy session.
Right.
Yet he's saying it on Twitter. And it's like everything that he says on Twitter, I think to myself, all right, well, I guess he's just gone as insane as he possibly can. And that's it. Like he's like, I don't know how you top this. And then he tops it. So like, I'm thinking to myself here, how could he say anything in therapy that's worse than something that he said on Twitter? But of course he'll figure it out.
One good thing about this stay at the Balance Clinic is that Bianca Censori is now housebroken.
Dear God, she's gonna have an album cover where she is shitting.
Right. In fact, at that sex shop,
Kanye's next album cover.
At that sex shop, she got a nice new leash and a choke collar. And
nice little dog bowl.
Yeah, actually, Kanye. I feel like Kanye would be the one who would get walked around. I think that's probably what he's into.
Probably in private. Yeah, like in public, he would walk her around, but in private, he probably is the one who wants to get walked around. That's a very good point. So okay, Kanye, just to get the event straight, he went to rehab for a month, took a break to buy sex toys, went back to rehab, came out, and then immediately showed up at the Diddy trial to support Diddy. Now, I'm going to venture to say rehab didn't work.
He was making amends to Diddy for peeing on Diddy at a freak show, or what do they call those parties?
Freak off?
Yeah, he had to go apologize to him for peeing on him without permission.
I mean, I guess like what you can rely on with Kanye is that he's gonna do the dumbest and most controversial thing that he possibly can. Like, of course he's supporting Diddy. Like, of course. What a fucking idiot.
He goes to a month of luxury therapy, and the first thing he does is go to the Diddy trial because...
First thing.
He's like jealous that Diddy's getting all the bad press.
Right. He's like, I've been out here tweeting that I'm a Nazi, and he's the one who's getting all the bad press. Okay, I'm going to tweet that I'm not a Nazi, and he's still getting all the bad press. What the fuck?
I wonder if Diddy was happy to see him. Was he like, get the fuck out of here, you weirdo?
No, I'm sure Diddy was thrilled to see him. He's not got like a single person on his team at all. And it was apparently last minute. It wasn't even planned. He just showed up.
So anybody can just, I guess it's a public court. You can just show up, I guess.
Oh, and apparently Kanye wore the same outfit 2 days in a row. The day before that he showed up to the trial, he was wearing this all white denim outfit, and he wore the same outfit when he showed up to the trial, which is not normal for Kanye.
Maybe he was
denied admission to the courtroom because he wasn't on the approved friends and family list.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a circus.
Jesus Christ. He is his next move is probably going to be going to like visit R. Kelly in prison.
Yeah, he's making the rounds. He'll go see Diddy's trial, and then he'll head down to, I think, North Carolina is where R. Kelly is in prison.
Yeah, but he'll make a stop in between to see fucking dying Harvey Weinstein. You know, he'll go there, and he'll visit Woody Allen too. Just he's not even in jail, but just for funsies, and then he'll make his way to R. Kelly, which, by the way, I'm going to be like one of those people advertising Jesus on the street and say, have you heard the good news? Which is that R. Kelly has OD'd in prison. He's not dead, unfortunately, but he did OD. And I do...
On what?
Anti-anxiety medication, it says. But I would probably venture to guess that it was maybe fentanyl and Xanax, because it's pretty hard to overdose on a benzo. I mean, you can overdose on a benzo, but for it to be like a medical emergency, I don't know. Like he might have been passed out or something like that. But unfortunately, he didn't die. But I would like to say it's the remix to Ignition. R. Kelly OD'd in prison.
I don't even know what that means.
You don't know Ignition remix?
No.
Bounce, 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 bounce. Unfortunately, it's an incredibly good song. I hate to say it. I really do. I want to not support anything R. Kelly ever did. He's a bad man. I hope he dies. He is a monster. Unfortunately, that song is a banger. And the best thing
wasn't
about
he
it,
like singing all these ballads that women swoon to? Like, wasn't he?
yeah, absolutely. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
River sings that sometimes. But he adds a word. He goes, "I believe that I can fly. I believe that I can touch the sky."
He's singing the grammatically correct version.
Yeah.
My favorite part about Ignition Remix is that there is no ignition to remix. There's no original Ignition. It's not a remix of a song. It's just called Ignition Remix.
Just makes no sense.
Yeah, and partially probably because R. Kelly can't really read. Like he's like actually borderline fully illiterate. It's a problem.
He couldn't read the sign. It said like no pedophiles allowed.
He couldn't read the no pedophiles allowed sign.
It's illegal to have sex with children. He just couldn't read the fine print.
He was like, I'm gonna marry Leah. She's 14. That's fine, right? I read the law. Said it was fine, right?
Yeah. I feel like Trump's gonna pardon these guys. It's coming.
I mean,
he's gonna pardon Diddy and he's gonna pardon R. Kelly because all three of them are men who like to be peed on. That's what I think.
He's there for all pedophiles who like to be pissed on. That's true.
Right. That's right. Those are his, but that's the one thing that can like ignite compassion in Trump's heart.
Right. That's the demographic is pedophiles who like being pissed on. He's like, you know what? Like for you, I will do anything. This is an issue that's very close to my heart.
Yeah. He's going to start like a crypto, like a fundraiser for pedos who like to be peed on.
A crypto fundraiser for pedos who like to be peed on.
What's the acronym for pedos who like to be peed on? I don't even know what that would be.
PWLPO.
Yeah, the PWLPO is it's going to be one of the fastest growing charities in America by the end of Trump's term.
What's the NAMBLA, the National Association of Man-Boy Lovers?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. That has a better ring to it than ours, I think. We need to come up with one thing we can pronounce as a word.
Pee on pedos.
Pedos on peeing on people united. Popu.
Popu. I was going to say pop off if we could do POPOF. Peeing on pedos.
Peeing on people over fennel. Okay. Clearly,
peeing on people on fentanyl. Is that possible?
Peeing on people on fentanyl, fatal.
I feel like Trump, Diddy, and R. Kelly are all into pills too. I feel like all three of these guys are pill heads.
I feel like Trump is sober, and that's the scariest thing about him.
Nah, he snorts like Adderall. I think that's what he's into.
Yeah, he maybe takes Adderall. I feel like he would maybe take pills.
Yeah.
Although I don't know. He seems like Stephen Miller or something. Like they all strike me as being like kind of. Well, no, Hitler was on meth, wasn't he? I was going to say Hitler's not fully sober.
I think they're all speeded up. They're all on speed. That's what these guys are into. They're all like, Trump is so out of shape and tired and like old. He needs something to like keep him going.
And that's why Musk was alienated from everyone else, because he was mixing his speed with ketamine, and they were like, no. Pure speed, nothing else. Like, we don't fuck with ket. Like, get the K out of here. Yeah. No coketamine in the White House.
Yeah, the ketamine like has like a vaguely therapeutic context to it. We don't want any therapy here. It's pure speed.
We want ADHD medication for people who may or may not have ADHD, and either way, we're gonna abuse it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like R. Kelly's going to die in jail, right? He's done. Like how many years is he serving?
I feel like he's got not like a life sentence, but like a long fucking sentence.
It's like not eligible for parole for at least like another 15 years.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's gonna die in prison. Like after that, like documentary came out, it just like there's just no way he's gonna get out of prison. He's just too much of a monster. Nobody will ever allow it. No judge is gonna roll on that.
Can you imagine the album that Diddy is gonna make if he gets acquitted?
Jesus fucking Christ! Oh my God! I mean, fucking A, dude. Like Kendrick Lamar is going to have to just work for his life to come up with a better diss track than the Drake A minor one, because he's going to need to. Like the fact that he used the A minor line on Drake is kind of a shame, because probably Diddy is going to need it more.
What's the over-under on how many days it'll be between Diddy getting acquitted and when he shows up in the Oval Office wearing a MAGA hat?
1.
Like one day. He'll be there.
Day.
He'll be there within 24 hours.
Yeah. I think within 24 hours of him being released from prison, he will be at the White House. I literally think that's true. If Trump pardons him, he's going to be there in a fucking MAGA hat tweeting nonstop about how he loves Donald Trump within 24 hours.
I feel like Diddy should try to copy Sabrina Carpenter's album cover. That'll be his album cover, but it'll be even like racier. That'll definitely be the one that involves peeing somehow. And
then people will understand it. They'll be like, he's making a commentary like that. He's making a commentary on how men and women are treated in America. It makes sense. And then everyone will stop talking about it and continue talking about the Sabrina Carpenter cover.
No, it'll be Diddy like on a crucifix is what it'll be. He'll try to play up the whole thing of like the wrongly accused man. He'll be in a loincloth.
Oh my God. He's going to be the next Jesus in the Passion of the Christ sequel.
I can't wait.
So excited.
I feel like he's going to get acquitted too on some technicality. Like I'm so cynical about it all. I'm just like, the guy's guilty of sin, but like, it just seems like
there's so much evidence. It's like insane. I feel like he won't get acquitted, but I feel like it's possible. And I don't think it'll be a mistrial, but I do think it's possible that he'll get pardoned within like a couple of years.
Can you imagine? I mean, yeah, I feel like Trump will do that. I honestly feel like Trump has compassion for like sex offenders. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he is one. I mean, of course he does.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it's just funny because he's like such like a sociopath. He's like so notorious for having, like, he doesn't even like his own kids. You know, he's like,
and he's a germaphobe. Like, I don't really like, I didn't believe the pee thing, not because I don't believe that Trump would do something fucking weird like that and it would be filmed, but just because I feel like he doesn't actually like pee because he's such a germaphobe.
Pee is sterile though, I think, right?
Yeah, but like, that doesn't mean it doesn't mean it's like cleanly.
Knowing Trump though, Trump might like to pee on people. He might like to be the peer.
Right, he might like to be the peer and then just like immediately like leave the bed, this piss-soaked bed, and like not get near it again.
Yeah, it's really, man, I don't even want to think about what that dude is into.
Yeah, thinking about the sexual proclivities of Trump is a really disturbing thing to do. It's not even 1 p.m. yet.
He's probably into Scrotox.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ. I would bet his scrotum is just in like a horrific shape. Like his scrotum has got to be like some really bad is going on down there. Like it might be square or something like that.
It's like Minecraft. It's like Minecraft scrotum. He's got a little mushroom dick and square balls.
Little cubes. Like little hanging cubes. just a like a oval dick, kind of just like an olive.
Yeah. It's a mess. This country's a mess, and pop culture is an absolute mess. I read something. God, I wish I had it in front of me. But it was like the most like perfect, like perfectly crystallized encapsulation of like how we're going through this moment of like intense, like national tragedy and global chaos, like all of it, you know, all the bad stuff that's going on. And then we look to like our culture, our popular culture, and it's like, you know, the Real Housewives. And like, this is how we're supposed to like make sense of our grief and our PTSD is through the lens of pop culture. And it's like,
the Real Housewives being the least dark of all the things that are happening, which is wild.
But I'm just saying that like it's just garbage culture that we have really serious shit to grapple with, and like the culture that we're being handed to like try to like process is just like the most lowbrow, crass horseshit imaginable.
I mean, Always has been, always will be. That's why we're here, Brad.
It was, yeah.
We're here to cover the crap.
That's right. It wasn't always
We're
like
here
this.
to be down there in the dirt.
In the 50s, it was like the transcendentalists. Like people read the Dial to try to like make sense of life.
I'll bet there was like trash back then too.
I'm sure, but it wasn't anything like this. This is like This is like the fall of Rome shit. This is like, where you go to the Colosseum to watch.
Less dignified.
Yeah, you watch like lions just like devour like petty criminals for fun.
That's what we should do with Diddy, probably. That would be kind of cool.
I mean, we're headed in that direction, but he's going to get pardoned because Trump likes, people who get peed on, pedophiles.
Yeah, he's going to get pardoned, and Luigi's going to get like a life sentence.
Are they going to do the death penalty for Luigi or no?
I think they're seeking it, but they're pretending that they're not. But it seems like they are seeking it. That's what his lawyers are saying, because they're trying to charge him with terrorism. Because apparently, if you take a gun and you shoot one person, that's terrorism now. So thank you, U.S. government.
What if there was a mistrial for Luigi and he got freed? Could you imagine?
It should be a mistrial. The other lawyers are doing Brady violations left and right. They were listening in on his private calls with his lawyers in the prison.
Well, like, let's just say that happens. Like, I don't think it's gonna, because I just feel like when somebody does what he did, it's like they're
going to trap him.
The feds,
forever.
the feds are like, we got to protect the CEOs. But I'm like, if he were somehow liberated from prison because of a mistrial and he became just like a civilian again,
he'd be drowning in pussy.
or whatever. Is he straight or is he gay?
I think he's mostly straight, but there was some bisexual rumors there for a while, but I don't exactly remember. But there's like pictures of him making out with girls.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, he could have anyone, like male or female. He could just be
anybody.
The Scrotox coming his way would be
Look,
outrageous.
We'd all get Scrotox for Luigi.
Sabrina Carpenter would date him. That'd be the celebrity couple. She'd be on the red carpet with Luigi.
God, that would be an incredible celebrity couple. Like maybe the best of all time. I mean, just so good.
Yeah, I was going to say, who would be the best coupling? If he was going to get liberated and become like a roving celebrity, who would he date?
Liza Minnelli.
Luigi Mangione. I feel like who's like the hottest young celebrity?
Liza Minnelli.
Isn't she old?
Yes.
Oh, I was like, is there a new Liza Minnelli?
There's a new Liza Minnelli, Brad. You didn't hear?
Like the ironic, like Liza 2.0.
I mean, I feel like you would have to date somebody who's like cool in addition to hot, and like cool not in the way that Sydney Sweeney is, because she seems a little bit like
she's a little bit trad. I feel like Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, she's a little trad. I feel like Sabrina Carpenter is a pretty good one.
Yeah.
That I would like that. I think that would be good.
What would their celebrity couple name be?
Luigina.
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 Luigina is going to be the biggest celebrity coupling since Brangelina.
Brangelina.
On that note, I think we closed on Luigina. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I feel like we stuck the landing there. And it's always fun talking to you, even when we're both operating on like 3.5 hours of sleep. Thank you to everyone around the world who tunes in week after week to listen to Mira and I assess the state of popular culture.
I love my fans, and good night.